welcome back to VHS era. So we've covered The Little Mermaid and The Lion King back to back, two Disney movies. So let's, instead of covering a Disney movie, cover a movie that's not a Disney movie, but it is on Disney Plus because the character is now owned by Disney. And therefore, so many things that the character's done are now Disney owned properties. If not most of them, I'm not really sure what copyright law is like there. Um, but I have a special guest with me today, someone who actually has an extensive history with Spider Man, as I have Ogie Banks, who voiced Miles Morales in what, Ogie?
Ultimate Spider-Man.
That's right. And not only that, but you've done Spider Man project after Spider Man project, right?
Yes, I've done the video games and like some online all kinds of online stuff. Yeah, and even in the multiverse, I was even in the multiverse, so had a little small role in that. But yeah, they continue to put me in the Spider Verse.
Yeah, and that's the thing. What we're looking at today, back in 2002, it's crazy because Spider-Man had TV shows. He had a live action TV show
Yeah.
and he had a few animated TV shows.
Mhm.
But back in
Mhm.
2002 is when he had his first live action movie. And it's crazy to even think of a time when Spidey wasn't on the big screen because now either he's on the big screen or another Spider-Man is on the big screen, or a Spider-Man villain has gotten their own movie. There's like four
Yeah,
Spider-Man
yeah, yeah,
related
yeah.
franchises running around right now. There's the Tom Holland movies. There's the Spider-Verse movies. There's
Hmm. Hmm.
the villain movies, Venom, Morbius, Madam Web. There's a Craven the Hunter movie coming out. Okay, I miscounted. There's three Spider-Man franchises right now, but like still,
Yeah.
it's like it's hard to think that there was a time when Spider-Man wasn't on the big screen because now it seems like every few months there is something related to Spider-Man somehow on the big screen.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they've even
Yeah.
re-released the Spider-Man movies in theaters this year. Like like
Ah,
it's
yeah.
yeah, it's honestly kind of crazy. And the first movie he was in was actually it actually came out in the because it came out in the early 2000s. It not only came out on DVD, but it came out on VHS as well. And I'm and I'm wondering, OG, did you well, first off, what is your
Yeah.
relationship like with Spider-Man in general? And did you see the Tobey Maguire movie in theaters and did you buy it on VHS DVD?
Okay, so my start with Spider-Man started when I was young. I watched the first the like one of the first animation Spider-Man. I remember like the cartoon back in the day. I was eating cereal before school and watching Spider-Man, and then I'd have to go to school. And then moving forward to the 2000s when Tobey Maguire played Spider-Man in that movie. I didn't watch it in the movie theaters, but I did get the VHS tape. My mom actually bought it for me. I remember. She actually bought it for me because yeah, we were big Spider-Man fans. I used to dress up as Spider-Man for Halloween and everything. So yeah, she got me the VHS tape when it came out because she was so into those.
Yeah, I don't think I have it anywhere, but I actually did used to. I think once I actually did go as Spider Man for Halloween. I don't even remember if it was like around this time, but yeah, I used to be a big Spider Man fan as a kid. And until I'd say the villain movies came out, I saw like almost all the versions in theaters. Like I didn't see Venom in theaters, but I did see it on when it came out. I didn't care much for it, and I haven't watched any of the other villain movies since. So no, I haven't seen Morbing Time
I
or
got yeah.
Madam Web or anything like that. But I still have seen the other three Spider-Man franchises. I've seen all the Tobey Maguire movies in theaters. I've seen all the Andrew Garfield movies in theaters, though there's only like two. I've seen all the Tom Holland movies, and I've seen the Spider-Verse. But yeah, now there's so many Spider films out that and we're here to watch the VHS for the movie that kicked kicked it all off.
What you're about to hear is a national secret.
This is Special Agent Alex Scott.
Special. I still love hearing that. I was just a regular agent until a couple weeks ago.
You'll be working with a civilian.
Civilian?
Introducing the undisputed champion of the world, Kelly Robinson.
Ow! Ow!
Mr. President. The president want me to do him a favor. Some kind of top secret mission or something.
Oh, you mean like 007?
Yeah, except only I'm gonna be 009 and a half.
That's good.
That's a little innuendo.
This man is Arnold Gundar's premier arms dealer. We believe he has this plane, the Switchblade.
The Switchblade is undetectable to radar, infrared, even the human eye.
Saunders is a boxing fanatic. There's only one shot we've got of getting you in there.
Kelly Robinson.
Are you going to be referring to yourself in the third person the whole time? Because that can get a little irritating.
Hey, what's in that bag?
Spy stuff.
This is your spy cam.
Look at the size of this thing. Size matters, but in the spy world, it's reversed. You want people to say, look how small and sexy and sleek this is, not how huge this is. Hey, what you doing hanging from the ceiling like that? What you doing? No, don't walk. Hey, let me tell you something, man. You ain't gonna be telling me what to do all the time. I'm Kelly Robinson, baby. Don't talk to me like that. Oh, shit.
Now put this in my eye.
Then I got the camera in my eye.
Hey, I see me. Hey, I'm seeing what you seeing. I see me looking at you looking at me. I like this. That's the type of thing we're gonna be doing on the mission.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, come on now. Hey, come on now. Let me at least see the good. Let me show you a little something. Kelly Robinson.
Hold on, here we go. You see that? That was a big explosion. Man!
I Spy. Put that on. Man, this look like a sock.
It's a spy mask. It's a special spy mask. Hey, man, this is a sock.
So the first trailer on the Spider-Man VHS, and what a generic ass looking movie to kick it off. It's like, I mean, I vaguely remember the commercials for that movie, and it just looks like the producers and the writers and the executives and like everyone involved making that movie were like, all right, so everyone loves Beverly Hills Cop, right? And everyone's
Exactly. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
heard of the
Yeah.
show I Spy, right? So what if we make
Uh-huh.
a remake of I Spy that's really just Beverly Hills Cop with spies? Oh, and
Yep.
people loved it when Owen Wilson was Jackie Chan's sidekick in Shanghai Noon. So why don't we have him play
Yeah.
role here? And like the quips just didn't seem all that funny. It's just very much like uh I've once heard this like what's it called? I once heard someone describe another movie as this person, or as I actually was an entire director's au revoir, as his movies just seem to be I saw it in a movie, and that's what it seems like here. It's just like
Oh yeah, I
saw it
gotcha,
in a
gotcha. Yeah,
movie, and I'm gonna copy it here. But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so I can see why this movie did not have the staying power of the Spider-Man film franchise.
No, yeah, yeah.
And I'm guessing you kind of agree.
Yeah, I agree. It seemed to me the trailer is so long. That trailer is just so long, and it basically tells you the whole story, and it's like I don't need to see the movie. And then for one, because you have the movie in the trailer, I get the gist of it. But it seems like one of those movies that you would like put on an airplane to fall asleep to. You know, that's the kind of movie that it seems like it was like made for airplane. You know?
Yeah, yeah, right. It seems like something like you're on an airplane, you're trying to find something to watch. You
Yeah,
can't.
something that you just don't really want to watch and just like throw on to fall asleep to.
Yeah, and yeah, the movie's so generic that I noticed the villain is played by Terrence Stamp, and he would go on to play the villain in another adaptation of a spy show from the 60s years later with Get Smart. And
Uh,
he would go on to
uh-huh.
play another villain in another Eddie Murphy movie with Haunted Mansion just a year
Uh-huh.
later. And
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
here's something else I've noticed. For some reason, there's always trailers for Eddie Murphy movies.
Oh
In
yeah. Oh
no,
yeah.
no, no. I'm just talking about on my show. Like,
Oh yeah, they are. They are. They are. No, I've seen some of your shows. I've watched
yeah,
it.
yeah. Like, oh, well, thank you. But
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like 2 episodes ago, The Little Mermaid had the trailer for Mulan. The Grinch had a trailer for Shrek.
Mhm.
American Pie, which was just before The Little Mermaid, had a trailer for The Nutty Professor 2. Like,
Mhm.
why?
Mhm. Mhm.
No offense to Mr. Murphy, but oh yeah, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit had a trailer for The Haunted Mansion. Why are there so many damn
I
and
it's crazy, but it makes you realize how many movies he's made in so many years and like decades that you can go back to VHS tapes and like he's still in, his movie trailers come out to like you watch movies today and his trailers will come out in a movie today. It's crazy. It's almost like that what was that three separations from Kevin Bacon or something like
oh
that,
yeah, yeah,
something one of
Six
those things.
Degrees
But
of Kevin Bacon.
yeah, something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, but like yeah, it's kind of yeah, I'd say like one out of 3 to 5 movies you're gonna watch, you'll see an Eddie Murphy preview for a movie in there. I'm guessing.
yeah, like actually to make it even freakier, the Eddie Murphy connection, so I've done 2 episodes on 2 different VHS tapes for The Lion King, and James Earl Jones and Madge Sinclair played his parents. And he was
Uh,
actually considered for Timon in The Lion King. If he,
uh.
yeah. So yeah, that just makes it freakier. I don't know. Maybe I should do an episode on an Eddie Murphy movie just to make
You
just to,
should. You
for
should. You
balance to the
should.
universe. But but it's hard to know which one because there's just so like where would I start?
There's a lot.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, another freaky connection. Not he was one of the actors considered for the Grinch.
What?
So of course he was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, it's like
I think the Grinch thing is a whole thing from when he did the SNL
yeah.
Gumby because he was green as Gumby and
Mhm.
the Grinch is green too. That's the connection that I get with him and the Just
Yeah.
the green character.
Yeah, but yeah, so I won't say it's the next episode, but I'm gonna have to think about what Eddie Murphy movie to watch, or to at least to watch the VHS opening of, because yeah, now it's like now I gotta do it. It's like
Yeah.
it's like it is
It's calling you. He's
yeah,
calling you.
because the trailers for his movies keep popping up on this show. So now we got to cover one of his movies.
Coming soon to home video.
I didn't notice it the last time that I did an episode with like that was like around the same era with the same graphics that Sony was using, but kind of sounds like the narrator is forcing it forcing out the words. They're like coming soon video.
Oh yeah. He seems like he's right up on the microphone. Like the microphone is right up on his mouth. You know what I mean? Like he's like
Yeah, it's like
coming through the speaker.
yeah, it's like I know I've made this comparison before, but it almost seems like a more forced version of that scene in The Simpsons with Krusty just doing voice acting for the doll, and he just like puts all his lines out in succession and leaves.
1. Hey, kids, I'm talking Krusty. 2. Hey, here comes Sideshow Mel. Again, here comes Sideshow Mel. Sideshow Mel. 3. Bada bing, bada boom, I'm done.
He only had one take to do this, and that's the take they ended up having to go with.
Just the aggressive take. Over aggressive.
I'll be with you guys in a minute. I noticed you got 3 X's on your neck. That's appropriate since you're looking at 3 strikes. Grand Theft Auto, reckless endangerment, and that little bridge stunt of yours. But if you do what I want, I'll make all your criminal transgressions go away. You get the chance to pay back Uncle Sam for all the freedom you enjoy.
Well, I like this.
From the director and producer of The Fast and the Furious comes a new breed of secret agents.
I wish I had a video camera! This is gonna be one hell of a trick.
Vin Diesel is Triple X.
The things I'm gonna do for my country.
Yeah, so I know that franchise, I've never seen a single movie in it. All 3 of them, but I know it's like it's the whole sort of premise and appeal of that franchise is what if James Bond was even more extreme? But that trailer just comes off like it's trying too hard to be cool, too hard to be edgy. It's like
so hard. I mean, and I remember, and it was like, didn't Vin Diesel play Triple X, and didn't Ice Cube play Triple X too? Like, you know, so like they tried to get like 2 baddies, you know, 2 like just like street guys supposedly, but yeah, that is like over the top, trying to be street hard cool. You know what I mean? Like that type of guy, you know?
Yeah, it's like the movie equivalent of a midlife crisis.
That's good.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. That's good.
Yeah, but it's like it really is. It's like the movie equivalent of a middle-aged man getting a new sleek car and getting a hot girlfriend.
Yeah.
Seem younger than they really are.
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson just looks scary in that movie, doesn't he? Just looks so scary.
Well, I don't know. It seems like it's less motherfucker Samuel L. Jackson and more like deadpan.
Yeah, I know. That's what scares me. That's what scares me.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems more like he's playing Nick Fury before he played Nick.
Oh, yeah. He totally has a Nick Fury vibe, definitely.
Yeah, but like, you know, the cool deadpan boss.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie, does not look as cool as it thinks it looks.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we went from something that feels like it's on autopilot to something that's now just feels,
Aggressively cool.
yeah.
Right with the trail, right with the voice. Aggressively cool, cool movie.
If you still haven't heard the truth about alien life on Earth,
And so you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that
consider
sad look
yourself
upon
lucky.
your face.
Frank!
You better pick up a few things.
Yeah!
Let's make it hot.
Men in Black 2.
Does that come standard? Actually, it came with a black dude, but he kept getting pulled over.
You know, a lot of people considered Men in Black to disappointing follow-up to the first movie. I remember enjoying it as a kid. I don't know if I would like it if I saw it as an adult. I haven't really tried. Uh, both due to lack of interest and just not really having the time. But even if I do agree that it doesn't hold up as a sequel, you wouldn't really see that from the trailer. It still looks like a fun sci-fi comedy from the trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look like, I mean, like, it's not like that's not like the greatest trailer or anything, but like, you know, like the trailer, but like if I saw that trailer playing in like a commercial break, like in between commercials of some show I was watching, I'd be like, oh yeah, I like the first one. That looks fun. I'd go see it.
Yeah, that trailer, it's like it is what it is. It's like, the space movie Men in Black. I mean, it just shows what it is what it is. But I remember that movie with the dog and that, him out the window and talking like that. And I remember I was just so amazed to see the dog talking and singing. And I was just like, so I remember back in the day, that's what made the movie for me. I was like, oh my God, this dog is talking. And it looks so cool. Like, I was just so enthralled with that dog. I remember because it was like the first time that I think that kind of CGI came out or whatever. So it was like pretty new, I think. Then.
Well,
so,
actually, Frank was in the original. He had like a smaller part, but I think he was only like in one scene in the original, but like, he became a fan favorite, so they increased his role in the sequel.
okay, yeah. So then that's when I really, yeah. So, but he's the one that Frank was the reason why I watched the movie, the two. I remember that because when I remember that trailer with him hanging out that car singing that song. I was just like, whoa.
Yeah. So
whoa. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. So finally, like the third, I guess 3 times the charm because it's the best trailer in the bunch so far.
And the shortest.
That too.
It just looks so small out there. I got it!
When the world doesn't notice you,
Everybody thinks I'm too small to accomplish anything.
it's time
You can't go out there.
I'm not giving up.
to show them how big you are.
Says fiasco written all over it.
Bogies, 12 o'clock!
Party's over, fur face.
Stuart Little 2.
Are you two still friends or can I eat him?
No.
Please.
Okay, so I was actually like obsessed with the first Stuart Little movie as a kid. I saw it in theaters to the point where I actually got a pet mouse and named him Stuart. I do remember the second Stuart Little in theaters and thinking it was okay, and this trailer, it's okay. It's fine.
It's just the trailer comes off as one of those just like regular family fun, like family movies, to go see. I never watched it. I never seen it. I didn't really have interest. I didn't, it really didn't tickle my fancy. But yeah, the if that movie's on, it's one of those movies where I'm like, multitasking at the same time while it's on, you know what I mean? Watching it with my kid or something. But yeah, it's just one of those, the colors are popping, the reds and the yellows and all that. But it's just one of those family fun kid movies, it seems.
Yeah.
Come one, come all.
it looks like a fine, cute movie, but yeah, when it comes to children's cinema, it looks like it's no Paddington 2.
Oh no, no, no.
Although it funnily enough, the critics actually loved this one and just thought the first Stuart Little was okay. Actually, critics disagreed with Kid Me, where Kid Me was like loved the first one and just thought the second one was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But well, you can't win them all.
No, you can't.
Especially with the critics.
Now available on home video.
Longfellow Deeds just went from small town.
I found out I have an uncle. He gave me $40 billion.
Well, that's nice.
To big city.
Holy cow.
And just met.
Help, I'm being mugged!
Don't worry, I'll get him.
The girl of his dreams.
He writes greeting cards.
I try.
Adam Sandler, Winona Ryder.
I promise to love you for 50 years more, even when your bosoms sag down to the floor.
Mr. Deeds.
It's kind of funny, like this movie was like a huge box office hit, kind of saved Sandler's career when like Little Nicky was like his first big box office bomb. But like
Forgot about that one.
No one really talks about this movie. Like no one goes, "Hey, what's your favorite Sandler movie?" "Oh, Mr. Deeds." Or even, "What's the worst Adam Sandler movie?" "Mr. Deeds." Like it's kind of weird how it's just been so I think it made like over $100 million or something at the box office. But like it's
okay.
become like forgotten about. Like
Totally. Yeah.
yeah, like 8 Crazy Nights came out the same year. And it like bombed at the box office, but people still talk about it every Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever heard? When is the last time you've ever heard people talk about Adam Sandler's Mr. Deeds?
Never. It's like one of his like movies that is like just in the middle, just lost in the wind. It's there, and it's like you said, a successful movie, but it's just like there. But you know what? Like it's like if I'm like watching TV and if it's on, I'm like, oh, Mr. Deeds, yeah, and then I'll put it on, and I'm like, and I'll actually put it on. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that movie, Mr. Deeds, but it's nothing like his like his other movies that everybody recalls so much. Mr. Deeds is just one of those forgotten gems of his.
Yeah, and it's like, again, I guess like the trailer's okay. It kind of makes it.
Well, no, hold on. Yeah. I do have to say, I do love the beginning where he talks to the old lady saying, "I just got 40 million," and the lady's like, "Oh, that's nice." I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah. That gets me every time. That gets me every time.
Yeah,
I love that they put that first.
Yeah, the trailer's fine.
It's your typical general trailer for like a safe comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much. Like actually, the only other thing I can think of that's memorable about Mr. Deeds is Steve Buscemi's small part as like a citizen in his small town who has like far apart eyes. There's this pug that I dog sat named Rero, and he looks like a pug version of Steve Buscemi's character in Mr. Deeds. But it's like just kind of a forgettable movie. Like I guess you can like it's almost like say what you will about stuff like Little Nicky or 8 Crazy Nights or even Jack and Jill, but they're at least so weird that they're memorable.
Yeah.
Mr. Deeds,
and you do find some funny in there. I mean, I remember laughing. I know I laughed. I think that's the movie where I think the one thing I remember about that movie is like he had a water fountain in his room, but instead of water, it was Hawaiian Punch.
Oh yeah, that was Mr. Deeds.
Yeah. And I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, but still, it's just kind of an okay trailer for an okay movie.
Oh, totally. This is your safe, fun, family trailer.
Yeah, it's kind of a yeah, not much to say.
Stan the Man Lee, co-creator of Spider Man, the Fantastic Four, the Incredible Hulk, the Uncanny X-Men, and many more.
It was almost like there was something in the air at that time. It was like we could do nothing wrong. All of them became popular, and all of them seem to have lasted.
Filmmaker Kevin Smith takes us on an intimate journey into the imagination of the father of our modern mythology. Today, Hollywood is producing several blockbuster motion pictures faithfully based on Stan Lee's world-famous superheroes.
For years, Spider-Man was held up in legal limbo. And finally, this year, we're going to see the Spider-Man movie, which some would say is about 20 years in the making.
Presented on 2 complete features, Creating Spider-Man and Here Come the Heroes. Stan Lee's Mutants, Monsters, and Marvels is a must for all fans of comic books and fantasy adventure.
Well, okay, so that's actually kind of smart marketing, having a trailer for like a Marvel documentary on a Spider-Man VHS. And I am kind of a freak I don't know about freak, but I do kind of like those behind the scenes of like any sort of like of documentaries for any sort of like type of entertainment, whether it be movies or TV shows or comic books. I mean, can't say there's anything super special about the trailer, but it's sort of like, oh, there's a trailer, this documentary about Stan Lee out. Maybe I'll give that a watch. That's just kind of what my thoughts were on that trailer. It's like, oh, that looks like it could be kind of interesting.
Yeah. For the trailers, the trailer is just Stan Lee. Stan Lee is the trailer. They just made it all Stan Lee. So for you to watch it and when you see it, it's just like, oh wow, to get a deeper insight of Spider-Man. And like today, that would just be in the bonus features of the disc, of the movie right now. Like if you bought it on a disc, that it wouldn't even be a separate documentary thing. That would just be bonus stuff, like on the side, that you can click onto and watch Stan Lee and Kevin Smith. But here's this whole like thing that they did that I wonder if it's like a whole. I'm not sure if if it's a whole movie length or if it's like a short documentary or what. But whatever the case, I mean, like you said at the beginning, really cool marketing and strategizing to throw that in there.
Yeah, and I will also say, it was funny when Kevin Smith said in the trailer there was a Spider-Man movie 20 years in the making, and it, like we mentioned earlier, now there's a Spider-Man movie every waking moment of your life.
Yeah.
There's either one in theaters, or the one that was in theaters is playing on TV, or someone is probably watching a Spider-Man movie on a streaming service right now. Like
what on Disney Junior? There's the
Disney,
little
yeah.
the Spidey verse, the Spidey show on Disney Junior.
Oh,
So the little kids even.
yeah. Are you in that?
No, I'm not in that. No, I'm not in that, but I know of it.
All right.
I've auditioned.
Okay. Well, cross your fingers. But yeah, like Spidey is everywhere.
Thanks, Kevin. Yeah.
And it is so weird seeing a statement like that nowadays.
Talk about covering the nation. Nobody does it better than Cingular Wireless. With the simplest and most affordable rate plans in the country. Cingular Wireless. What do you have to say? Jump on the web for the best wireless plans around from Cingular.
Okay, so, I used to have a show called Coming Soon with Marketing Mark, where I would just make fun of like advertising, like movie advertising in general, including like types of promotional content like this, but I would definitely, and so I've seen a lot of these types of ads, these promo ads, where
Okay.
they promote movies, where different companies promote movies. And I would say this is one of the cooler ones. I do kind of like the comic book atmosphere, like how it almost looks like a living comic book combined with, with Toby, with the Tobey Spider Man. I think the music in the background is a good fit. And yeah, it's quick, but it's a fun and effective ad.
Hmm. Yeah, I thought it was surprising. The comic book feel surprised me in a good way. I liked it. Um, I was waiting for the gift at the end. I thought they were gonna say like get a free phone case or something, or a Spider-Man chain or something, a keychain or something. I was waiting for the gift because I was like, this is cool. What do I get? but they definitely made that commercial look really cool. Um, yeah, I thought they did a good job on that, right? Like what you were saying with that last one,
Yeah.
good marketing strategy to like the way that Singular just made that commercial just for that kind of like, like that special Spider-Man commercial, and like they can throw it on the movie like that. I mean, that's like the planets lining up. That's perfect.
I completely agree. So we had a commercial for that show on the 8 Crazy Nights VHS, and now that I think about it, there was another trailer for Mr. Deeds on the 8 Crazy Nights VHS. I guess both the 8 Crazy Nights VHS and Spider Man VHS came out around the same time. But honestly, it's at least different in the animation just doesn't hold up. I see what they're going for. It's like they're trying to be like Spider-Verse. I mean, they're trying to do what Spider-Verse did like 15 years later, but they don't really have the budget for it. So, and they don't, and the technology just wasn't there at the time. So it just doesn't look as good as Spider-Verse looked. Um, so
Well,
and
yeah.
otherwise, it's just kind of like a generic TV show trailer. So it's kind of hard not to really like, it's not like you really get an idea of like what what storylines in the comics it's going to follow, or hear any of the voices. It's just pretty much just like, do you know Peter Parker, Harry Osborn, and Mary Jane? Here they are. This is a Spider-Man show. It's on MTV.
Yeah. What it is really, it's just an introduction to the characters. It's just like Harry Osborn. It's like Mary Jane, right? It's like it's just their pictures and their names, and with the cool music in the background. So I think it's really just introducing the characters, just more Spider-Man they're throwing at you. And as far as the animation goes, you know, it seems like they're always like, I don't know if they're trying to do like a classic look, I know, a comic book look, or a cool look, or trying to mesh that together. This, of course, I can't compare it to the Spider Verse because that was just on a whole other level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was just something. I mean, that was amazing. But so back then with technology they had and stuff, I think it was just maybe a mixture of like the comic and cool, and like going for this like kind of stylized look. Definitely, it was like a stylized look. But I thought overall the trailer was just like an introduction to the people, like a hello, it's me.
Yeah, and like I said, if you're gonna promote this show on any VHS,
This is the one.
yes.
Take the ultimate spin with the ultimate album, featuring music from and inspired by Spider Man. 19 tracks, including Hero, performed by Chad Kroger, featuring Josie Scott. And What We're All About, performed by Sum 41. Music from and inspired by Spider Man. Includes limited edition 3D collector's insert. Wow. CD and cassette in stores now.
So I gotta be honest, we've covered so many of these soundtrack commercials on the show. I don't really know what to say anymore. They all kind of just blend together, except I guess the only thing I'll say is limited 3D edition art. What's that all about?
Yeah, I don't know how that works, right? But it piques your interest. Um, yeah. The only thing I can say about this is like it's your typical music ad promotion, but
Yeah.
if you're gonna put it anywhere, this is the place to put it.
Yeah, it's like we're all, you know what, more off whenever we have it, we've covered so many trailers for so many Eddie Murphy movies, and also we've covered so many trailers for so many soundtrack ads, and most of them just blend together.
Together. Yeah.
It's like that. Yeah, they're pretty much all the same. Almost all of them are all the same.
It's like it's a cookie cutter. They have one way to do it, and they just follow that same program with each one of them.
Okay, so there's going to be a music video the third time on this show, because we covered the music video for The Little Mermaid. We covered the music video for The Circle of Life as sung by the Disney Channel stars at the time. What I find odd about this one is like those other two ads, like they said what song they're covering or what song it's going to play at the end. And this one doesn't. It just says the Spider-Man music video.
Yeah, what it makes me think is I was trying to figure it out. I'm like, well, is Spider-Man singing in this video? And is he singing? What is he singing? Is he singing metal? Is he rapping? Is he singing reggae? Folk? Is he taking off his mask and singing? Is he at karaoke? It gives you nothing. It just says music, Spider-Man music video. Is it his music video, or is it a band, or I don't know. It gives nothing. But I mean, to be honest, I mean, it is good promotion, because I would stay to watch because I'm curious.
Yeah.
I would be curious. I'm like, I gotta see what this is all about. I gotta see.
Yeah. Well, let's find out what it is. So I did another show called Cinematic Soundtracks, where I covered music videos for movie that were used to promote movies, music videos / songs that we were used to promote movies. And I did cover this video, and my thoughts on both the song and the video have not changed in the last 10 years since I've covered it. I think it was actually 11. I think I covered it to promote The Amazing Spider-Man, because that was coming out at the time. I think the song is catchy enough, but like many Nickelback songs, the lyrics could be better. And there are so many unnecessary Dutch angles in this video. Or shots of their back for no reason. Or it looks like the camera keeps adjusting. And it is so distracting in what is otherwise a fairly generic movie music video.
Yeah, it's a very simple video. I mean, it's they don't do anything but just stand on a mock rooftop, just playing their instruments and pretending to sing, and there's no real story. I mean, then there's flashes of the movie, and yeah, those kind of music videos just don't do it for me. You know, I want a little something. You know what I mean? Get on a boat, fly in a copter, some. Give me some kind of action. Go to a different scene or something. You know, I don't know, something else. But just that it's just humdrum. As far as the song goes, the song, and when it started with the lyrics, I was like, but the chorus is catchy. That hero thing, that's catchy, and it's like it sounds like a soundtracky type of movie. Soundtracky type of song. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it's it seems like it was probably a big budget, but they kept most of the budget in their pocket and just made a simple music video.
Yeah. You say mock rooftop, it's the green screen has not aged well in the last 20 years.
No.
It is very clear that they are filming in a studio and added in the post.
Yeah, yeah, and nowhere else. It's just like a 2-hour shoot. You know what I mean? They're done for the day. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and it's weird too because it's like, again, it kind of reminds me of, have you ever heard of that movie, The Room?
Oh, no.
Well, that
All right, what's up?
That movie added a rooftop in post. And that's
Oh, really?
Like,
I am so high, I can hear heaven.
It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Anyway, I think it is now time for stay through the previews and, in this case, end credits, or skip through the previews and turn it off as soon as the movie's done. There's only really 2 awful trailers. Everything else is varying levels of okay. So I can't say I hated most of this enough to say skip through the previews. I'd just say whatever, stay through the previews if you want. It's just a big bunch of whatever trailers for the most part, but you don't need to stay through the hero video. You can turn the movie off.
Yeah, so I say watch it for it's a variety show. You get a little bit of everything in there, starting off with that Eddie Murphy. And what was our favorite one? Our favorite one was the shortest clip ever. That was our favorite one, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end we have Spider-Man with his music video. Piques your interest. Is it Spider-Man singing? So then it goes to the music video. As soon as it starts and you see those guys on the mock rooftop, that's when you turn it off and you go to the movie.
Yeah, well, actually, the movie's already played. Remember, they said stay tuned after.
That's when you go to the bathroom.
No, that's when you just eject the VHS out of the VHS player.
Yes.
All right. Well, Ogie, any cartoons coming out we can hear your voice on?
Yeah, Big Nate. We got Big Nate on Nickelodeon coming out. Well, first season is out, but we got the second season. Second season should be coming out there. And Loud House. Got me on Loud House. Is Spencer still on Loud House? You can hear me out on that.
Oh, great. So can we follow you anywhere?
Please follow me. It's Ogie Banks, OGIE BANKS, Instagram, Facebook. I was gonna say yearbook. Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, all that. Please follow me. Go online. Hit me up. Say hello. Please. Would love that. Ogie Banks, OGIEBANKS.
Okay. Well, next time, where we're going, we don't need Eddie Murphy movies or Disney movies. We just need a brunette-haired teenager going on crazy adventures. That's right. Next time we are covering Back to the Future.
Oh.
See you then.
Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies.